Teacher.
Hi, nice to see you again. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, and can you please tell me what did you do today? What did you do today?
Today I went to school and I study English, Math, Montes, PE.
Okay, and how was it so far?
It's good. Nothing like special.
Okay, and what will you do tomorrow?
Tomorrow I still go to school and after school I will go home. I don't go anywhere.
Okay, very nice. Now let's see. Okay, and you will not go anywhere. Okay, and what will you do when you come back from your school? What is something that you will do when you come back from your school? What will you do?
I would say in my room,
Okay.
play phone, play games.
Okay, very nice. Now let's see. And on the weekend, next weekend.
This weekend I don't have any plan. I was there talk with my friend. Like so, where we go?
Okay, very nice. And what will you do? What do you like to do, for example, with your family? When you are with your family, what do you like to do?
I went with my family and just only talking and watching TV outside.
Okay, very nice. Okay, and why? Why do you like to do that? Why?
It's not like I like to do that, but it's usually like that.
Okay, okay, very nice. Now, I want to ask you about tomorrow. Can you please tell me, can we have a class? Can we have a class at I will say time from Malta, 30 minutes later. Can we have a class?
At 4:30.
Okay. And can you please tell me, okay, yes, at 4:30. Can we have a class tomorrow at 4:30?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see. Okay, and can you okay, now let's take a look. Okay, now I want to ask you, what will you do? What will you do for the next? Okay, can you please tell me what will you do on the next one? On the next weekend, okay, for example, with your friends. Would you like to spend time with your friends?
If we can, we'll go to their house and play with them, play games or play badminton.
Okay, and why? Why do you like to do that?
Their houses have badminton.
Okay, very nice. Now, and how often do you play badminton? How often do you usually do these activities? Can you
I
please?
don't play at usually. Winter I don't have equipment, so I'm just borrow my friends sometimes.
Okay, very nice. Okay, now let's see. Okay, and what other sports, for example, are really interesting and popular to play from your side? Okay, so what other sports, for example, your friends and you like to play?
I like to play badminton and basketball. My friend knows he like, so I can play any sport, so it's easy for playing.
And how about video games? Okay, what type of the video games can you play?
I can play a lot because I play video games a long time ago. And at times till now I have tried lots of games. So
Okay, and
I think the games they play I have played before. So yeah.
okay, so they know to play all of the video games. Okay, very nice. And which of these video games, can you please tell me which of these video games, let's say, are your favorite to play? Okay, that you mentioned right now. Can you please tell me which of these video games do you like to play? Okay, do you have some names, for example, of video games that you like to play?
I like to play games of fighting or adventure, something like that.
Because
Most of this game have very good graphic
Mhm.
and it can play with friends online.
Okay, they can play online. Very nice. Okay, and how often, for example, do you like to play these games? How often?
And now I don't play it just used it sometimes because you see I just watching movie on YouTube.
Mhm. Watching movies on YouTube. Okay, very nice. Okay, now we will start. We have here a really nice lesson. Okay, now I want to ask you, alone at the sea. Okay, just one moment. I will share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we have here this man. He's alone at the sea. So, what do you think about people who are alone at the sea? So, what is your opinion about these people? So, what do you think about them? Okay, so who are traveling alone at the sea?
They have I need to have a good experience about sea and how to like stay alone on at sea.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
that yeah, they can stay there.
They can stay there. And how about you? If you can, okay. So what is your opinion about this? Staying alone at the sea. So what is something that is good about this, and what is something that is bad about this?
Uh, just sure about this.
Mm-hmm. What is something that is good, and what is something that is bad? For example, if you want to stay at the sea.
Um, Bad is like is maybe have something under the sea like some fish or something. Or maybe the yacht or the ship is have
Mm-hmm.
some problem like broken or something like that. Or yeah, that's bad. And good is we can have a journey. We can go with another people, so it's very happy
Mm-hmm.
for them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because
this.
actually also beautiful, so it's very good for have a trip on at sea.
Mhm. To have a trip on the sea, very nice. Okay, and yes, okay, and what do you think? What do you think about other type of the nature? What other type of the nature can be dangerous for people? So what else, for example, is it really dangerous for some people? What type of the nature can be dangerous for some people? What
Uh,
else can be dangerous?
Shark or
No,
some
nature. No, no, no. I'm asking you about the nature. What type of the nature can be dangerous?
mm, some some stormy or the weather
Mm-hmm.
with white animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. And why did you choose this thing? Okay, why wild
because
animal?
most of this we cannot fix it. Like weather, we cannot choose the good weather or bad weather. It's just come
Mm-hmm.
to me. And white animal is you need a time to like to training them.
Mm-hmm.
So if the first like the first time we see it is a bit dangerous. Depends on animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, depends on the animal. Okay, very nice. And which animal, for example, are dangerous in the forest? What are some animals that can be really dangerous in the forest?
Snake, because snake have poison and uh, some big animal. Forest is a tiger
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
tiger or I think um some monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. How monkeys can be dangerous? Okay, let's try it.
like
How?
monkey, they can because they go with their friends. They go with a lot of
Mhm,
yeah. So if you are alone, they can stealing our stuff
mhm,
and do something we don't know.
mhm. Okay. So these are the okay. Now let's try to read. Okay, this part of the text. Okay, can you please read from here to here? Can you read this part of the text for us?
On 29 January 1982, Stephen Callahan left the Canary Islands in a small yacht. But a week later, during an awful storm, something propelled a whale hit
Mhm,
the yacht and made a huge hole in it. He had to act quickly. Stephen got into an inflatable life raft and just had time to get a sleeping bag, a first aid kit, some food, maps, and a torch from the yacht before it sank. He also managed to get a copy of a book called Sea Survival, but he couldn't rescue the radio from the yacht. His food ran out after a few days, so he had to survive by catching sea birds, fish, and flying fish. He drank rainwater which he caught in the raft.
mhm. Okay, so what is your opinion about the situation that is happening here? So what do you think about this the whole this situation that is happening with him? So what do you think?
Uh, he's unlucky because when you're at the sea, have a well, it
Mhm,
hits yacht. So well, it's not attack people, but I don't know why. Maybe he's not lucky. So it's like that.
mhm. Okay, and what other animals, for example, can be seen at the sea? Are there any other animals, for example, that people can see at the sea that, for example, can damage him or make it harm? So what other animals?
They shock
A shark.
or shock or because the other is not attack people. So I think it's not very dangerous. If we don't like do anything with them, they will don't attack us. But shark like is it's very
Mhm,
dangerous because Lucy is attached people and other fish. So yeah.
mhm. Okay, so this is something that can happen. Okay, and what would you do, for example, if you find yourself in a situation like this? Okay, so what is something that you can do, if you are like this in this situation? What can you do? What is something that people who are, for example, are all alone at the sea? So what is something that these people can do? How they can
If
protect
they
themselves?
if they can if they don't have food, they need to eat fish and birds, sea birds,
Mhm,
like this man. And
mhm,
they need to like every day they need to find the location to go somewhere. Yeah,
mhm,
and like they need to have enough. They need to have a maps, a first aid kit. Yeah, and food is and water because we cannot drink water of the ocean.
mhm.
It's-
It's because it's
we can drink a bit, but not a lot.
okay. What can happen with us if we drink a lot of that kind of water? What is something that can happen to us?
We cannot, but I don't know what's happened, but usually cannot like that because if we just drink a bit, it's very salty, and yeah, so we cannot try again. So I think it's not have it's not happening like that.
Mhm. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, D and E. Can you please read these two paragraphs? D and E.
After about 2 months at sea, the raft was 3,300 kilometers from the place where the yacht sank. But unfortunately, they didn't see him. He was beginning to think that he might not survive. He was starving, exhausted, weak, and very thin. Finally, after 76 days, some fishermen saw the seabirds that were flying around the raft and took Stephen to the islands of Guadeloupe. After
Okay.
his terrifying experience, he was finally in the Caribbean.
hmm Okay. So what do you think? What do you think about this part? Okay. So what is something interesting in this part of the story that you read about? The most interesting thing. What can be here the most interesting thing that you read about in this part of the story?
Like how they are survive and protect themselves. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is the the flying fish, seabirds, fish, and
Mm-hmm.
he like are trying to find some fishermen, some ship to take him up, like to pick him up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is one of the things that you used to do it. Okay, and what do you think about him? Was he lucky in this situation, or what do you think? Is he just lucky, or what is your opinion?
it's not like lucky. It's just like he know how to protect himself and how to survive because he also gets a copy of a book called The Survival.
Mm-hmm.
So he just read them and follow it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, rhythm and flow it. Okay, very nice. And do you think is it possible, for example, for people to survive? For example, if they are on the mountain and where there is really cold, so can people survive in these conditions? So what do you think? If
The thing is not because cold and lack of food, drink water, and it's don't have a clothes to keep hot, keep the body hot. So I think it's not can it cannot survive.
Mhm. Okay, and why do you think so? Why, for example, do you think?
Because it's cold and it don't have enough food and drink. So yeah,
Mhm. Okay,
most
so
most dangerous is very cold.
Mhm.
So we if we have food, we have the area, but cold can we can just not we can only live maybe 2 weeks or even some few days, a few days.
Mhm. Okay, and what do you think about living, let's say, in a desert? Can people survive, for example, if they are in a desert? So, what do you think about this situation? For example, living in a desert, can they survive if they are living there? So, what do you think?
Deserts is don't have hot water. If we have spring water, but some deserts is very big, very huge, and we can just live. If we have water, I think we can live at maybe 1 month. If we don't, we can just live a few days because It's hot and it don't have water and it's big. We don't know where we need to go.
Okay. And which of these places do you think are the most dangerous? Okay, so we have here some places. Okay, so which of these places do you think that are dangerous for example, for traveling or so what do you think? Which of these places are really dangerous?
I think all of these places are dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Each of place is have different weather, different, different like yeah. So most of these are dangerous.
Lots of them are very dangerous. Okay, very nice. Now, and I want to ask you which of these places, for example, are interesting for you to see it? Are there any places that are dangerous for you to see it? So what do you think, for example, which of these places can be really dangerous for example, for you to see it?
Dangerous to see it.
Yes.
I think at the cold mountain.
Okay, and why do you think so? Why?
Because cold mountain is very far away. No, any places have mountain, but you don't have like cold mountains is have at I don't know where, but it's very far. I think there's not people can be there. Yeah, even they are lost, get lost.
Even though if they get lost. Okay, now we have here labeled the pictures below. Okay, so we have here some picture number one. Okay, so what can you see here in the picture number one? What is that?
A life jacket, life jacket.
Life jacket. Okay, so why people need life jacket, for example? What do you think?
So someone don't know swimming.
Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, why do you need life jacket? Okay, number two.
The paddles.
Number two. What can you see? This is not paddles. What is that? Look at
rucksack. Rucks.
rucksack. Rucksack. Okay. Okay. So why people for or bag? Okay. So this is rucksack or bag. So why people need a rucksack or bag? So
To
why?
put a lot of like to put a lot of stuff
Okay. And
and something we need to like yeah to put stuff.
okay. So what is something that you would what stuff would you put in this rucksack? Okay. So what is the stuff, for example, that you can put here?
Water, food, clothes, yeah, and some first aid kit.
Okay, first aid kit. Okay, and why do they, for example, do you need a first aid kit? Why do you need this type of the equipment?
If we injured, need to yeah because like if we don't have the first aid kit, the wound
Mm-hmm.
will more worse, get worse.
Mm-hmm. It can get worse. Okay, now number 3.
Boots.
Mm-hmm. Boots. And when do you usually wear boots? When boots need you need to wear boots?
When we boots, you can go for just go outside, go play because it's have some boots for do that. And some boot is for going to water, like it's have a big rain, it's have water on the street, so we can go by boot for not wet, get wet.
Not get wet. Okay. Now let's go with number 4. What is number 4?
A helmet.
A helmet. Okay. So why do, for example, do you need a helmet? What is the reason why, for example, people need a helmet?
For protect their head when they have accidents, so their heads not get worse.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice. And when you ride your bicycle, okay, do you need do you have a helmet when you're riding your bike? You need, for example, a helmet when you are riding your bike.
Yes, because yeah, because riding the bike is okay, so also can accident.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it can stop the accident. Okay, number 5. What is number 5?
A rope.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for what do you like to use your rope? In what occasions do you like to use your rope?
I think I don't use rope for anything. I never use it. I have
Okay,
used it, but for not to like
for,
to
for example, for what things you can use your rope? Okay, are there any things that you can use your rope for? Okay, so what are some things that you, for example, if you want to use your rope?
um to uh to get two things together, like add something together.
Okay, very nice. Now, next one, number 6.
A mm, ooh, uh, no, like it's a what is this? What is called?
Okay, so okay, we call this dingy. Okay, dingy. Why? Okay, for example, like a plastic boat. Why do we need, for example, this plastic boat? If you want to have, why is it necessary to have this plastic boat? Live boat. Why do we need?
To when the big like some most of big ship have this boat lifeboat. So when we have an emergency, like the ship are broken and no and water is coming,
Mhm.
so the lifeboat can get out and we can go by lifeboat to the ground.
Mhm. Okay, so this is something that can happen. We can go to the ground. Okay, and okay, now I want to ask you, can you please tell me which pieces of equipment from exercise 1 do you use for example, rock climbing? Okay, so what is something that you need to use, for example, for rock climbing of this equipment? If you go, for example, hiking or climbing, so what
I will use a safety harness
what else? Okay, I want you to try to.
and a
Okay,
helmet, a boots,
and
a rucksack. Yeah,
okay,
and
and why do you need this type of equipment?
a
So,
safety harness for keep us on the mountain, not falling down. Like keep us on where we're climbing. And the helmet is not for like when we or when the head are touching of something, the helmet will protect. And the boots is for it's not for the normal shoes because normal shoes is can usually like broken and dirty. A boots for climbing and a bag for put stuff.
okay, so what things if you go on a rock climbing, what things you should put there? Okay, so what are some things that you should put there? For example, in your rucksack or in your bag. Okay, so what is something that you need to put if you go to the rock climbing?
Um, we need to put a first aid kit if we have injured. We need to put some water, water, and some equipment. I don't know what equipment.
Okay, and what type of the equipment do you think people usually use if they go on kayaking? Okay, so what is something that people are using in this kind of situation if they go kayaking? So what equipment do they use?
They use mm, they use a paddles or paddles.
Okay, and why paddles? Why do they use paddles? Okay, if they
Or make the kayaking go.
okay, for making kayaking go. Okay, very nice. And which of these sports? Okay, let's try. I want to ask you this. Which of these sports, for example, you would like to try it? Are there any sports, for example, that you would like to try it from this, let's say from this picture? What is something that you would like to try it?
Want to try go by a ship.
Okay, and why? Why do you want to try that?
Because I never go some big ship and stay there. It's like we have a train, an airline for go traveling, and we can go by ship also. Yeah, so
Okay,
I want to try.
okay,
Like,
very nice.
I want to try the food on ship and the place we can sleep, the room.
Okay, now we have here speaking strategy. Okay, can you please read this text?
Make sure your photo description has a simple structure. Start by saying what the photo shows in general. Who, what, where. And then mention interesting details. You can finish with a personal comment or some speculation.
Okay, now, okay, now let's see. Okay, in this picture, can you please tell me what can you see it? What is something that you can see here in this part of the picture? In picture number one, what can you see it?
Either a man or a girl climbing. Yeah, or climbing.
Okay, and where do they go climbing? Where, for example, they can go climbing like this? Where?
Go on mountain or on some high rock. And yeah.
Okay, and what do you think about this sport? Is this sport dangerous in your opinion? So what is your opinion about this sport when you take a look on this sport?
Yeah, it's dangerous
Okay, and why do you think so?
because if we don't have like experience and we don't have skills, we will fall down or we can have some problem on this night race. Yeah.
Okay, so and what type of the problems we can face off? Okay, so what type of the problems we can see here that we can have? Okay, so what is the type of the problems that we can have here? If we are doing, for example, this type of the, let's say, sport. Okay, so what type of the problem we can have?
We can like we can uh we can collide with rock and with our head.
Okay, so we
So
can. So this is one of the problems that we can face off. Okay, so what are the other problems that we can have? Okay, so this is the problem number one that we can have. Okay, so what are some other problems that we can face with? Okay, so what are some other problems that we can have here in this situation? Okay, collide and what else?
um when we collide we can get hurt, and if we can get very hurt, so we can lose balance and we fall down.
And we can hold down. Okay, and did you ever, for example, think that uh, how you can help, for example, these people if someone collide on this? So what is something that you can do, for example, if you want to help these people? Is there anything that you can do to help these people?
Just for us we do some like we can get the first aid kit,
And after that?
and after that we need to take them to the hospital because the doctor will have something like will know more about it and know how to help them.
Okay. Now we have here, okay, so we have here general description, details, okay, speculation. I want you to, okay, write in a chat box about this, okay, okay, general description to describe what can you see, what details can you see in this picture, 3 details, and your comment. Okay, please write this in a chat box. I will go to the toilet, okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here I am. Did you finish?
No, no.
Oh, okay, I'm here. Let me know when you finished, okay?
Yes, yes. The girl are climbing on a mountain. Their safety harness or keep her on the side of mountain. She trying to climb higher. She only climb with a safety harness and she can go higher. It's very dangerous for who are new. One.
Mhm. Okay, very nice. And okay, so what do you something more? Do you want?
Mm, mm.
Okay, so we have here just one moment. We have here just one moment. We have here one question. I just want to ask you. Okay, just okay. We have here this question. Why do some people enjoy doing risky sports? Okay, so why people want to do some risky sports, some sports that are not so safe? So why do they want to do these sports?
Because it's have a lot of feeling, comfortable, worry, and like some feeling or like because it's have a lot of feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they feel very exciting when they do that, and it make them want to do it more, want to success it, want to confirm it. Yeah.
So basically they want to do something more. Okay, very nice. And what do you think about yourself? Would you like, for example, someday to try of these sports that are okay, sports that are not so dangerous? Let me ask you about sports that are not so dangerous. So would you like, for example, to try some of these sports? But sports that are not so dangerous. Would you like to do that?
Yes, because I like very like to play sports.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And which sport, for example, would you like to do in the future that you never tried so far to do it? Is there any sport, for example, that you would like to try to do it that you never done so far?
Um, I want to. I think the sport I like I like I have played before,
Like what?
like badminton or swimming,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
yeah, skateboard. I also want to know how to play because when I tried first time, I feel very exciting,
Mhm. Okay,
but
so
not follow it.
mhm. So this is something that is okay, not okay. Now, number two, question number two. Can you please read the question number two?
What is doing risky sports the best way to see spectacular scenery? In your opinion, why not?
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think?
Um, yeah, it can be because like when we do a risky sport, we cannot know something we can happen. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the things it can happen is always the best. Like always make us surprised. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a way to see the spectacular scenery
Mm-hmm.
when you know uh what will happen to us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something that probably our people some know what will happen. Okay, now and we have here this picture number two. Okay, can you describe, for example, what can you see here in the picture number two? What can you see it?
Um, a two boys are climbing up
Mm-hmm.
in the place. Like is I don't know what is have what is called.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why, for example, do you think this they are climbing? What is the reason?
Like is they are because it's also like it's similar to climb to the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think, for example, to try this type of the sport? So do you find, is it interesting for you to try, just to try this type of the sport? So what do you think?
I tried before, so yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what do you think about this?
it's easy because it's not dangerous like uh real real climbing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how did you feel when you tried this sport? How did you feel?
First
Okay,
time, I feel a bit scared, but
scared,
it's
scared.
scared and afraid of high place. But
Mm-hmm.
now I do it a lot of time in Vietnam, so it's not attractive me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is not. Okay, and how about your friends? Did you ever try to do some sports like this that are dangerous or risky like this? Did they ever try to do something like this? Your friends? Did you ever spoke with your
Yeah,
friends? And,
he have do this because it's before it's very famous in my country. Yeah, because it's it's like um it's like simulator of mountain,
mm-hmm,
so it's famous.
mm-hmm. So this is something that can be famous for some certain type of the people. Okay, and what do you think? What do you think about some other extreme sports? You find, for example, for other people, about some other extreme sports that can be dangerous. What other extreme sports, for example, are popular and dangerous in the same time? What do you think?
Uh, okay, for the same time.
So what sports can be popular and dangerous in the same time?
I think it's climbing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's dangerous and popular. Because a lot of people know it, and a lot of people want to try. They want to have a new feeling, so they want to try. So it's popular and it's also dangerous either.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so this is popular in the. Okay, so we can stop here. Okay, now can you please tell me, do you have any questions for me about today's class? You
No.
haven't? No. Did you enjoy? Did you like it? It was
Yes.
interesting. Okay, so see you tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.